The roar of engines turns into screams. Wang Yibo's car crashes in Shanghai, and Xiao Zhan breaks his silence with a shocking confession that leaves the world breathless. It was supposed to be a day of triumph. October 8th, 2025, Shanghai's endurance race, the final showdown of the season. Under the fading autumn sun, Wang Yibo stood beside his Audi R8 LMS GT3, car number 85. His hands were steady, his eyes sharp. This wasn't the idol from the Untamed. This was the racer, the man who lived for the rush of speed and the silence between engines. But fate had other plans. As the race clock ticked past the second hour, the sky began to drizzle. Raindrops shimmered against the glass barriers, and the asphalt turned slick. The air was thick with tension as tires hissed over wet tracks. Then, in one terrifying heartbeat, it happened. Yibo's Audi lost traction. The car veered sideways, slammed into the barrier, and twisted in a blur of smoke and metal. Spectators gasped. Commentators went silent. The entire arena froze. And for a few seconds that felt like forever, there was no movement, no sound, only the smell of burnt rubber and fear. Paramedics rushed in. Cameras turned away. On-screen graphics disappeared. And then, the news spread like wildfire. Wang Yibo's car has crashed. Possible leg injury. Medical team on site. Within minutes, hashtags like hashtag pray for Wang Yibo and hashtag Yibo Shanghai crash flooded Weibo and Twitter. Fans around the world sat in front of their screens, eyes trembling, hearts breaking. No one knew the truth. All they could see was the replay, that horrifying split second when their star's car collided with destiny. The race continued without him. But for millions, time had already stopped. For days, silence blanketed the news. Yibo's management released only a short statement. He is under medical care, and we appreciate your concern. No details, no clarity, just uncertainty. But the whispers wouldn't stop. Some claimed he had broken his leg. Others said he could walk, but with difficulty. A few even suggested that Yibo had been injured before the race began. And then, like lightning through the dark, Xiao Zhan appeared. A brief clip began circulating online. It showed Xiao Zhan in an interview, sitting quietly, his expression pained. His voice trembled slightly when he spoke. There's something fans don't know. Yibo was already hurting before the race, but he didn't want anyone to worry. The world froze again. Was this the truth? Had Wang Yibo really gone into that race injured and still chosen to drive for 8 grueling hours? Insiders later confirmed it. During training a week prior, Yibo had suffered a minor sprain but insisted on competing anyway. To him, backing down meant betraying his team, his fans, and his passion. He had whispered to a friend before the race, "Even if I can't win, I'll finish what I started." That quiet determination now felt like a wound in everyone's heart. And Xiao Zhan, the man who knew him best, couldn't stay silent anymore. His eyes glistened as he said softly, "He's always been like that, always carrying pain, but never showing it." For fans who had followed both stars since the Untamed, the moment was overwhelming. The bond between them, once buried under media noise and industry distance, suddenly resurfaced like a silent heartbeat. Then came the rumor that melted the internet. A hospital staff member in Shanghai claimed that a man in a black cap came late one night, holding a bouquet of white lilies. He didn't speak much. He just stood by the bed for a long time. No photos, no media, just whispers. But the fans knew. They didn't need proof. That quiet gesture, the flowers, the timing, the silence, felt like something only Xiao Zhan would do. In the following days, Yibo's team confirmed he was in stable condition, recovering with a cast on his right leg. Yet when photos surfaced of him leaving the hospital in a wheelchair, wearing a calm smile, fans burst into tears. He looked fragile, but his eyes still carried that same fire, the unspoken promise of "I'll be back." Across Weibo, Xiao Zhan posted a single message. "Some wounds are invisible, but someone always knows." That one line broke the internet. The fandom exploded, because everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. The story of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan has always been wrapped in mystery. Two stars whose chemistry transcended screens, whose friendship survived fame, distance, and storms. But this moment of pain and care reminded everyone that behind the spotlight, they were still two young men who once shared the same dream. Industry insiders later revealed that Xiao Zhan had contacted Yibo's team personally after the accident, asking to visit quietly. He didn't want attention, one staff member said. He just wanted to make sure Yibo was okay. And that's exactly what he did. In a world where every smile is photographed and every word dissected, that simple act of loyalty spoke louder than any statement ever could. It wasn't for publicity. It was for peace between two hearts that understood each other without words. Yibo's recovery journey is still ongoing, but insiders say he's been undergoing physical therapy and planning a slow return to both racing and acting. Xiao Zhan, meanwhile, continues filming his new drama. Yet fans notice that his recent social posts feel gentler, quieter, almost reflective. Perhaps because when someone you care about falls, a part of you does too. Shanghai may have witnessed a crash, but what the world saw was courage. Wang Yibo, actor, dancer, racer, dreamer, didn't just face the dangers of speed. He faced the fragility of being human and still chose to rise. And Xiao Zhan, the artist who spoke softly yet struck deep, reminded the world that compassion is the truest form of strength. This is not just a story of fame or rivalry. It's a story of quiet resilience. Because sometimes heroes don't roar, they whisper. And sometimes the loudest message of love comes from silence. So tell me, drama lovers, do you believe fate always finds a way to reconnect two souls that were never truly apart? Stay tuned for more untold stories, only on K-Pop World.